history of great Medford Council leadership. A lot of those folks are here tonight, and I'd like to acknowledge Betty Nixon, Stuart Clifton, Ginger Hauser, Keith Durbin, who is not here, Christina Lund, who is not here. This election certainly continues that tradition. I'd like to recognize and especially thank Mary Pat Teague, the Associate Director of Community, Neighborhood, and Government Relations at Vanderbilt University, as the Farm Committee's driving force. Neighborhood Representatives Carolyn Billings, Keith Durbin, and John Ray Clemens, Jason Rogers and Joyce Searcy from Belmont University, and Kim Platke, who's Operations Director from Provence, for representing Hillsborough Village.
We're so excited to have Scott Arnold here tonight. He's serving as our moderator. He's been with News Channel 5 since 2004. He served as anchor of the Weekend Evening News. He also covers Capitol Hill and Nashville, so we're not new to politics. Some of his investigative reporting has made a significant impact on our community. He has an interesting story. He lived in Africa for 4 years. After that experience, he knew he wanted to get to television news. Through his work, Scott's dad took the family to Nigeria, and while there, Scott attended an international school and enjoyed meeting kids and others from around the world, and those experiences got him interested in journalism. After returning to the States, Scott completed his high school and then went to Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio. After college, Scott worked at television stations in Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio before coming down to Nashville and working at News Channel 5, which he did in October 2004. That's not enough. He also enjoys running and working out. In fact, he's run 3 marathons, including a recent Nashville Music City Marathon. We're very pleased to have moderating our forum tonight, Scott Arnold.
Great introduction. I basically, before I read what was written for me, I wanted to say that I think it's great that everyone is out here tonight to find out about your Metro Council candidates, because in television news we sum up a race in a minute 30, sometimes 2 minutes. Well, tonight you have a whole hour to really hear what these candidates feel about the issues, and I can tell you these Metro Council people work long hours and they make such critical decisions that impact all of us, as you all well know. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Belmont, the church rather, for having an air-conditioned room. Yes. Okay, I'll read what's written for me. The forum candidate members working on the following format, candidates Berkeley Allen and David Glasgow, will introduce themselves starting in alphabetical order. We will then have 14 questions, some composed by the Forum Committee and some submitted by District 18 residents. Now, throughout, we will rotate the order in which candidates respond. The times candidates have to answer range from 30 seconds to 90 seconds. Most of them allow for a 1-minute response. Now, following the prepared questions, candidates will then ask each other a question and have 2 minutes to reply. Then candidates will have 3 minutes to offer up closing remarks. So that's kind of the format for tonight. Mary Pat Teague of Vanderbilt's Office of Community, Neighborhood, and Government Relations is keeping time for us tonight. She will hold up cards that indicate the speaker's time remaining, so pay attention to her. If you go over your time, we'll cut off your mic or ask you to leave. The following is a 1-minute question. Let's get started here. How will you work with metro agencies to help implement additional pedestrian safety measures and promote neighborhood walkability? First, let's go to Berkeley. Okay, oops, I skipped that. Sorry about that. How about introducing yourself? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Scott. I'd like to thank everyone for being here and to thank our sponsors for making this evening possible. I'm running for council in District 18 because I value the community that I find here, and I know how important council members are in strengthening that community. And I believe that I have the leadership, the experience, and the dedication to be an effective council advocate for you. I've lived in Hillsborough, West End for 29 years, and for 25 of those years, I've been on the neighborhood board. And during number of different council members on most of the types of issues that impact District 18. Traffic, parking, zoning, codes, schools, sidewalks, stormwater, historic preservation, and commercial signage, university relations, and many other types of issues. My experience is broad and deep, and it covers many of the types of things that will come before the Metro Council. But it's not just about experience, it's also about leadership. I've been president of Hillsborough Weston neighborhood 2 different times, led 23 tree days, bringing 3,000 trees into the neighborhood. I led our RS downzoning effort, and as co-chair of the Vice Mayor's Sign Task Force, listened to voices of neighbors all over the city of Nashville and voted to keep LED signs out of neighborhoods. I will work for strong schools, for safe, walkable, bikeable communities, for smart growth that's consistent with the character of neighborhood, but that still allows our small businesses and universities to thrive. If I'm elected, I will work for you, I will listen to you, and I will be your advocate. So I ask you to please vote for Berkeley Allen for Metro Council.
This is an amazing turnout tonight, and it's not that surprising because we can see the passion that runs so deep in our community. I think that passion is because we're the beneficiaries of a legacy of innovative activists. Our district has always been the birthplace and usually the proving ground for fresh ideas dreamed up by forward-looking problem solvers. One of the most important lessons they've taught us is that as a world-class city grows up around us, we can never rest on our laurels. Families of all kinds, of all ages, and from all over the world, 2 universities and a world-renowned medical center, and entrepreneurs of every description. These are the things that make our community so unique. But they are also living things, constantly evolving. Many years of experience in both public and the private sectors have given me insight and an understanding of the challenges confronting government agencies as they work to meet the needs of a dynamic community like ours. As an advocate, inside and outside the courtroom, I learned how to encourage, when to push, and what it takes to bring together public and private interests to create solutions that serve us now and for the next generation. It takes vision to see beyond the way things are to what can be. Vision is what creates the unexpected opportunities that make Nashville a great city. Whether we're talking about traffic, walkability, or mass transit, education, jobs, or social justice, it is the skill to bring people and resources to the table that creates solutions that serve us all. Community development is what I do in my day job. Working with people and institutions to improve the lives of rural Tennesseans. And as a volunteer, I put my time and energy into serving organizations that work for people all across our city and our region. I look forward to putting those same skills to work for our neighborhood and our city as your representative. To do that, I need your support and your vote on October 4th. Thank you all for being here tonight.
Okay, now let's look at questions. The following is a 1-minute question. How will you work with metro agencies to help implement additional pedestrian safety measures and promote neighborhood walkability? First, Berkeley.
Hillsborough Village is a vibrant part of the Belmont, Hillsborough, and Hillsborough Weston neighborhood. It's kind of the artery that divides the two of us. And it's also a very busy traffic corridor much of the day. And being able to get from one side to the other is critical to the success of the businesses. Our district has just been used as a pilot project for crosswalks that allow the flapper things in the middle of the street, so that not only do you just have a zebra stripe, you've also got something that lets you know you need to be yielding to traffic. That has worked very effectively, and people are very excited about that. So I think the first thing to do is to work with Metro Traffic and Parking to look at the traffic plans that they've already put into place and to talk to them about how we can install more crosswalks so that pedestrians can get safely from one side to the other, working for our businesses.
David?
The pop-up thing in the crosswalk is something we started talking about several years ago. In the last election, it was something that we talked a lot about, and Christine was able to, after 2 years of working with the neighborhood and putting a lot of pressure on Metro, get 3 of them up so far. That's not nearly enough. What I want to see us do is work together as a community, working with the associations, but also inviting a lot of other opinions in to come up with a list of every place that we want a crosswalk, stop sign, or those flappy things that go in the middle. And work as a group, presenting a complete plan to Metro so that it is much harder to say no to all of us than it is to say no to one of us.
Okay, David, you probably just stand up at the mic. This next question is a 1-minute answer. We have 2 universities in District 18. What do you see as a major issue with each, and how will you work with the universities, neighbors, merchants, and other members of council to address them? And you can wrap this all up in 1 minute.
Right after bringing world peace, the universities are a critical part of our neighborhood. A lot of people who live in our neighborhood work or attend one of those universities as professors, as staff. So they have, I think they should have a say in what we do with the universities as well. I think both of our universities and Lipscomb, which is right on our doorstep as well, have been working hard to engage the community. And so I guess it's hard to say the one big issue. Right now, blasting is kind of annoying. But at the same time, we want to see the universities flourish and become the institutions that they can be. So in my remaining 15 seconds, I'll say that whatever the issues come up are, that it will be, my goal will be to engage the community that's affected, the people affected by whatever happens, to find a solution that works for the community and the institution.
Okay, time's up. Berkeley, you're up next. Talk fast.
The issues that I have dealt with Vanderbilt over the past 25 years as I've been on the Hillsborough West End Board include parking related to football events or just parking of employees in our neighborhood, rental houses for their students, and noise from parties in our neighborhood and their growth in our neighborhood. Those have been the primary issues that we've dealt with. Over the years, our relations have matured, and their very wonderful Office of Neighborhood Relations has an active interaction with us, so that most of the time we can preemptively discuss the issues that are coming up. The latest would have been the U2 concert, where they worked hard to have traffic engineers and traffic policemen in the area to work on traffic control, to work on noise and things like that. I think Belmont has developed a similar Office of Neighborhood Relations. I've met with Jason and with Bob Fisher and just met Joyce tonight. And the issues